What's going on, guys? Kai here, back with another Pokemon reaction video. We're still doing the manga Pokemon Adventures. Let me know what manga you would like to see me do next. We have this one and two more left. Today we're doing the Team Rocket Invasion. Last time we did the Red versus the World and the Legendary Birds arc, getting introduced to the three legendary birds. I liked a lot how they had, we also had Blaine. I like how they did everything where, okay, we're in Cinnabar. If you go that way, it's Articuno. If you go that way, it's Pallet Town. They kept it to the same geography that we know from the game. Now we're doing Team Rocket Invasion arc. This is what seems to be Red and Blue up against all of Team Rocket. Let's get into it.
After Blue and Red are done talking, Red rushes towards his PC to see if his Pokemon are still intact, but his Pokemon are missing.
Oh, they do call it the build transfer system, huh? Well, I guess that's because in the game you do the EV thing and goes from one to the other. I guess that's how Bill made the system. That's interesting. Rare Pokemon, irregular, genetic code, able to evolve into any of the three highly distinct advanced forms, and just calling Eevee V.
Specifically his Eevee. When Blue checked his PC, none of his Pokemon were missing. Team Rocket only targeted Red. Blue got pretty mad about this, saying that Red is the reason Team Rocket is attacking everybody because he continues messing with them time and time again. Blue continues to criticize Red's ideology, and this pisses Red off, throwing a punch at Blue, but Blue ends up blocking it.
Just grabbing
Blue tells Red that he's going to deal with Team Rocket, and Red should just stay out of it before he causes any more trouble. Red doesn't agree with this because he wants to take down Team Rocket. While the boys are bickering,
I don't really care if Team Rocket buys, sells, or experiments on Pokemon. Damn, Blue just doesn't care. He just wants to finish the Pokedex.
Blue ends up revealing that the reason why Professor Oak built his lab up in Pallet Town and the reason why they saw the mythical Pokemon known as Mew many months ago is because Pallet Town is the one place on Earth that is free from pollution for Pokemon. So Blue thinks that he has to be the one to save Pallet Town from this danger, and he ends up hopping on his Charizard and dipping. Red gets
my grandfather settled down here. This is my pride. Okay, Blue lost me a bit, and then he got me right back with "This is my pride."
He's salty about this and ends up following him along with his Aerodactyl.
Oh yeah, now that he's got a flyer.
When the boys make it to Saffron City, they try shooting a bunch of attacks at the barrier, but nothing is working. They end up meeting up with Green again while trying to break the barrier, but still nothing is working. But then they think of a plan. If they can't break the barrier physically, they'll have to try to destroy the Pokemon mentally, and Blue ends up using his Golduck to try to pinpoint the location of the Pokemon, which is a Mr. Mime. Now that they found the location of this Pokemon, Red's Pikachu uses Shadow Clone Jutsu to get in between the barrier, knowing that he only has one chance to take down this Mr. Mime. Blue's Pokemon was using its energy waves to guide Pikachu right to its location, and it was on site. Pikachu ended up completely knocking out this Pokemon and bringing down the barriers.
I just like the Pikachu coming around that corner. Look at him, looks like a car. Zoom.
They were one step closer to defeating Team Rocket, and they all ran inside Saffron City to try to take them down. The boys end up entering the main headquarters building, and immediately Red falls down a trap door, and the boys are now separated, and Blue is alone with Koga. Koga immediately uses his muck to immobilize Blue's Scyther, and
the Scyther just going in
around Blue, suffocating him. Meanwhile, Red ends
he has a gold bat like a mirror.
With a bunch of electricity and Voltorbs attacking him, and then it's revealed Lieutenant Surge.
I like how he's a belt of Voltorbs
up against, and he's completely loaded with a bunch of gear. Lieutenant Surge shoots a gun at Red loaded with Pokemon, and it ends up immobilizing him as well. Red is completely captured.
He did just get out of a war, but damn.
Lieutenant Surge has this unlimited source of power until it's revealed that Lieutenant Surge is charging all of his abilities with Zapdos, the legendary Pokemon that is forced to be working.
Not even going to use Zapdos, just use it as energy.
Koga shows Blue.
Oh, and that's a mirror. Okay, it's a communication thing.
What's going on in 4K, that Red has been defeated. But Koga reveals that he can't kill Blue yet, since he's Professor Oak's grandson, and they captured Oak so that he would be able to work.
Oh, he'll only work with them for Blue.
Under
Okay.
them, but he hasn't been cooperating. So maybe if Oak saw his grandson suffering, he'll start to work with them. Blue refuses to be a pawn for Team Rocket's game and would rather die. So Koga gets his Pokemon
Scyther,
to
get him.
slice Blue right in the chest.
Razor Wind.
Open, and
Another skill that doesn't
Wow.
exist in
Red
Gen
and
1.
Blue utterly failed their invasion mission and were defeated by Team Rocket. Meanwhile, Green is the last one out of their group
Ooh,
that
against
hasn't
Sabrina,
been captured,
probably?
and she's been sneaking around the back door of the headquarters until she gets trapped in a domain
Versus
expansion by
Zapdos.
Sabrina, the psychic leader of Team Rocket. Green
Yep.
immediately sends out her Blastoise to try to attack
Three
her, but
protagonists,
Sabrina
three
can teleport
antagonists.
everywhere. Sabrina commands her Kadabra to use Psychic on Green to trap her, and it ends up working. When all hope
Attacking
seems
the
lost,
trainer.
Sabrina's Kadabra ends up punching Blue's Blastoise right in the
Ooh! Turtle shell. Fuck.
stomach, and its shell starts falling off. Sabrina had thought she'd won until it's revealed that this Blastoise has been a Ditto
Ditto.
the entire time, and Green kicked her Pokeball, and the real Blastoise got behind Sabrina, capturing her.
That's cool.
And Green's horse
Kick the ball, open up,
Green
smoke
thought
screen.
she was in the clear until Kadabra and Sabrina's eyes started glowing. They can see
So she
in the
has
dark
two
because of their
waters?
psychic powers,
Horsey
and Sabrina
and,
is now
Blastoise?
pissed off. She reveals to Green that she got these powers when she was a kid while she was eating one day and could randomly bend a
Psychic
spoon.
warrior.
These are powers that Sabrina has herself, nothing to do with her Pokemon. And Sabrina showcases this power by attacking Green and changing the entire environment to a desert. She has complete control.
Now
It
she's a
seriously looks
Monwa
like it was over
character.
for Green until she sent out her Jigglypuff and
What?
Clefairy.
I get she's 10 or whatever, but right at the chesticles. Oh, by the way, haha, too. And then you see the little puffs of smoke. Jigglypuff and Clefable. Clefairy coming out of her chest.
And they used the move Sing to mess with Sabrina's brain. These sounds were affecting Sabrina a lot more than the average person, and Green took this as the opportunity to steal Sabrina's gym badge and dip, since she knows she
Oh, that's
can't win
funny.
this battle due to Sabrina's psychic powers. With Green now being in the clear, we pan back to Red, who is getting beat up by Lieutenant Surge. This guy literally
He's
throws
just
Red on the ground,
ham-fisting
injuring
that
him and his
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Red gets back up and sends out his Ivysaur to try to attack, but they're up against a Zapdos and a gym leader. Ivysaur is clearly no match for Lieutenant Surge because none of its attacks were
Is he going to
working.
finally
Lieutenant
evolve?
Surge decided he wanted to end the battle, and he commanded Zapdos to use
'Cause Blue has
Thunder. Before this
Charizard,
attack
Green
comes
has
out, Red says this is the moment he has been
Blastoise.
waiting for, and he tells Ivysaur to use Razor Leaf to cut all the electric cords powering Lieutenant Surge and
Okay,
Zapdos.
okay.
Red thought that
Decent,
his plan
decent.
worked and that Zapdos' power would end up shocking Lieutenant Surge, but Lieutenant Surge starts laughing, saying that it's actually his suit that allows him to maintain all of Zapdos' energy. But little did Surge realize that
Have a
his
cut.
suit was already ripped by Ivysaur's Razor Leaf. This was a part of Red's plan, and Lieutenant Surge ended up getting shocked by Zapdos being knocked out.
There we go.
Red is super happy about this, and he ends up stealing the gym badge
As
from
I
Lieutenant
thought,
Surge, since this is
'cause he didn't get him
technically a
way
gym
back
battle to
when.
him, and ends up walking away, letting Lieutenant Surge know that he can never win, treating his Pokemon like tools, and he actually has to.
And if he gets the one from
Red
Green, then
realizes
he's
that there's
good.
no time for lectures though, and he's running up the stairs wondering if Blue is okay. And when he makes it to the door, he sees Koga standing over Blue, about to kill him.
Calling
Blue's
him
unconscious
Green still?
body is just getting absorbed by Muck, and Golbat is going in to do the finishing attack on Blue. And then Red immediately throws out his Poliwrath.
Don't bring this trash. When's the last time this guy got a W?
To attack Koga, but Koga reacts fast, and Golbat immediately one-shots
Exactly.
Poliwrath at Red, knocking him onto the ground, and before Red can even react, Muck ends up pulling up behind him and absorbing Red. Muck starts strangling Red, and Koga says he's not going to take this lightly since Red defeated
Means you
Lieutenant
defeated
Surge, and he's not
Surge.
going to make the same mistake as him. But Koga wants to make sure Red suffers, so he says he's going to
Put it into your
decapitate
friend.
Blue right in front of him to finish him off once and for all. When Koga goes in for the finishing blow and Red thinks it's all over, out of nowhere Blue's Pidgeot ends up
There we
stabbing
go.
Koga in the stomach. Blue used the last of his energy to send out his Pokemon, but Koga was confused how Blue even survived the attack until Blue reveals that his
Razor
grandfather
Wind.
gave him a pendant which has reflective properties and it was used to save his life. Blue says this
Plot
was his
armor.
plan all along to play dead until Koga got close, and this pissed Koga off, and he sends out the legendary Pokemon Articuno to use Blizzard on Blue. He tells Blue if he takes one more step closer closer, he's going to cut off Red's head instead. So Blue obeys and he doesn't move.
It's
Koga
good to notice
ends up
that
telling
Moltres
Red
was
that
not
it's
used.
funny because the only reason why he has this Articuno is because Red decided to save his Gyarados back at the island instead of using his resources to stop Team Rocket from capturing Articuno. And now Koga is going to use that same power to defeat Red and Blue. Articuno ends up using Ice Beam on the boys and they're all getting frozen, especially Red. And Blue thinks this doesn't make any sense how a trainer like Koga would be able to control this legendary Pokemon. Koga ends up revealing to them that's the reason why they can control any Pokemon they want is due to the gym badges. The gym badges have...
because in the game they tell us, like if you trade with a buddy and they have a level 100 Pokemon they give you, but your base level should be like level 20, they're not going to listen to you. As you get more badges, the level of Pokemon you can command is much higher. And the base stats in Gen 1.
Innate power within them, and the higher of a gym badge you have, the more control and power you can have over a Pokemon, and Koga is a gym leader, so he has one of them. Koga tells Articuno to finish them off, and Red's feet start getting frozen, but Blue decides to dodge a few of the attacks, even creating an opening to the outside of the building, but Blue ends up getting caught lacking, and his feet end up getting frozen as well. Koga starts grinning because he won. Articuno ends up using an ice attack, freezing the both of the boys. Koga is extremely happy that he finally won against these trainers. They are defeated until out of nowhere Koga gets attacked from the back and Red and Blue end up standing menacingly behind Koga. Blue's Porygon instantly goes for a Tri-Beam, instantly defeating Koga.
I like the
Koga
Porygon
is really confused
Pikachu.
how the boys got unfrozen, and Blue says when Articuno made an opening in the building, he sent out his Charizard and Charizard started using fire around the entire building, melting the ice. Blue ends up taking the soul badge from Koga, and when he looks at the security
you just weren't
footage,
thinking
he sees
on a
Professor
big enough
Oak
scale.
tied up in the basement. Above them though, Red can hear Green screaming for help, and the boys
Calling
know
her
that
Blue.
they have to go their separate ways if they want to defeat Team Rocket. Blue says he'll meet up with Red as soon as he saves Professor Oak and that he should go check on Green. Blue also does the first nice thing in the series towards Red and hands him over the soul badge, saying that he could make better use of its power. And with that, the boys are off going to...
I always thought it was a little weird with the names, because Red has the green Pokemon, Green the girl has the blue Pokemon, and Blue the guy has the red Pokemon. Something should have shifted.
Two completely separate directions in the Team Rocket headquarters. While Red is running through the hallways, he ends up encountering a room with a pretty weird device. Red goes inside to examine it, but then he notices that there's two Team Rocket grunts in the hallway having a conversation, and they're conveniently talking about this device, saying that it's the gym leader badge amplifier, and when you gather all the gym badges, it will create an immense power. While the grunts are still talking, Sabrina appears walking through the hallway, telling the grunts if they've seen a girl, and if they do, they need to capture her at all costs. The grunts end up leaving, and Sabrina walks into the same room.
The one who attacked the research lab.
Red is getting scared since he doesn't want to get captured, but then he realizes he has 6 out of the 7 badges to activate this device, and Sabrina, standing right in front of him, has the last badge. So Red gets the great idea to jump Sabrina, throwing Pikachu right at her, but Pikachu doesn't attack. Sabrina starts staring at Red, saying that his Pikachu knows that she is not an enemy, and then her face starts to melt, and it's revealed that it is Green cosplaying Sabrina. When we pan back to Blue,
and she has the other one.
Basement, and he finds Professor Oak tied up. He ends up freeing his grandpa, and Professor Oak says that Blue should forget about him and go down a level below to help the people that Team Rocket captured. Since Team Rocket has created an entire
huge Pokemon training ground,
the people within there trying to use their powers to create a fearsome Pokemon.
The people of Palette understand Pokemon's feelings.
Red wants the gym badge that Green stole from Sabrina, but Green says she'll only trade it if Red trades her the Moonstone. The two keep on fighting about this, but eventually the trade goes through and everyone's happy. But then Sabrina,
I get it'll evolve her Pokemon, but damn.
She tells the kids to hand over that device, but Sabrina has no room for negotiation since Red now has all the gym badges ready to activate the device and putting in all the gym badges to defeat Sabrina once and for all. Sabrina is genuinely done for, and when Pikachu's about to get powered up, the device doesn't work. You see, do you remember when Green stole Red's gym badges many chapters ago and apparently
a fake
returned
one.
them? Green lied, as usual. She created fake gym badges and gave them back to Red, and the real gym badges are now used as Green's earrings.
She already
in
left.
simple terms, Red has been walking around with fake gym badges this entire time. Green tells Red she's sorry sarcastically
I'll leave
and
the
ends
rest
up
to you.
dipping with the device and the gym badges. Red gets pretty pissed off about this, and I do not blame him. Even Sabrina finds this alliance a little funny, but now Sabrina isn't playing any games because
Now
she sends out her
Moltres.
Moltres to try to fight Red, but then Kadabra uses his abilities to bring back Articuno and Zapdos from her fallen comrades.
What the
All
hell?
three of the legendary birds are now
He can just
attacking
control
Red.
the
Green is
legendary
now out
birds?
in the hallway and puts in all the gym badges because she wants to see what new Pokemon this thing will create. It ends up creating a ball of energy, and this device ends up flying towards the room where the legendary birds are, and Sabrina starts grinning, saying that it's time. Outside of the Team Rocket headquarters,
Is it going to
a light starts beaming out of
awaken
it, and the Team Rocket
Mewtwo?
grunts start running away. Brock and the rest of the Alliance pull up to the city and start attacking the Team Rocket grunts that are distant.
Brock
She also
always.
told-
Oh man, I messed that up. But Brock always shirtless. Man, that's funny. Okay. Boom. There we go.
is guarding the southern entrance while Misty is guarding the northern one.
Okay,
and
okay, the
Erica
good
is
ones.
guarding the
The
western
good ones.
one. Erica ends up seeing the bright light
Erica was
coming from
confusing
the
'cause she
Team
was
Rocket
kind of in the
headquarters,
middle
and
of
she
both
gets concerned.
sides.
The ball of light finally makes it to the room Red is in, and the three legendary
it's 3-6,
birds
we're
end
still
up
missing
fusing
Blaine.
into one being. Red and Sabrina are completely shocked by this, and when Green peeps into the room, the legendary beast ends up staring at her and knocking Green
Oh,
out.
what, they
This
fused
Pokemon
together?
ends up staring at Red, attacking
Thunder,
him,
Blizzard,
and
Fire Spin?
in the center of this attack, a being comes out of this Pokemon. It's Red's
I don't think Fire Spin's on the same level as the other two skills. I think Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Fire Blast should be the one on that list.
Eevee. Sabrina reveals the reason why they stole Red's Eevee is to take its DNA to
It's the
help with this
same.
project, and
Okay.
now they don't need this Pokemon anymore since all the birds are fused together. Sabrina says at the end of the day, Eevee is just an experiment, and this pisses Red off. He ends up sending out his Ivysaur to attack the legendary birds, but then Ivysaur gets knocked back, falling out of the building. Sabrina is happy to finally have obtained this power at last, and she says that it's only possible
3,
through Red,
6,
since
7.
before none of the good gym leaders were going to give up their badge for this evil project, so they let Red travel the region so he would collect all the badges, gather their loose
This is the Eisen moment. Everything you've been doing was because of me. I planned everything since you've been born for this moment.
experiments like Eevee and bring it all to one place for Team Rocket to defeat Red and finally activate everything. This is all possible through Red. Sabrina now has no use for Red, and the legendary birds keep on attacking him.
Land of
Relentlessly,
Palatown.
and Red can barely hold on. He ends up trying to send out his Pikachu to attack, but then out of nowhere, Blue ends up flying up with his Charizard through the crack in the building, saying that he's going to try to help out Red. It doesn't
Boom.
work though, since Blue ends up getting slammed to the ground, and now both
Oh.
of them are wrapped.
It's going to be the 3 legendary birds against the 3 last form starters. We're going to have a evolution to Venusaur, and all 3 of them are going to fend off the 3 birds.
In a gust tornado. The boys realize that they are genuinely cooked, and Red is trying to think fast. He's staring up at the moon and realizes that Green's unconscious
Moonstone.
body is holding the moonstone. He doesn't know why Green wants this, but he takes a chance and holds it up at the sky, and Clefairy's Pokeball starts glowing.
Metronome?
Evolving into Clefable. This Pokemon starts using the move Metronome, which is a move that is
Anything.
absolutely broken. It can be any Pokemon move ever. And Clefable starts going crazy, using
Comet
moves
Punch,
like
Hyper Beam,
and
Fury
Comet
Swaps.
Punch to try to defeat the legendary birds. It seems that the boys have an advantage, but the legendary birds lock in
Sky
and knock
attack.
everybody off of the
Boom.
building. Red, green, and blue were all falling to their death. This trio had lost the battle, and Sabrina was staring down at them, laughing and happy that Team Rocket was finally victorious and took care of them once and for all. Now, this is where the story would have ended if this was some edgy seinen manga. These kids should be dead. Except, if you remember earlier, Ivysaur got thrown out of the building a lot
webs,
earlier.
like
and
make a
he
web?
wasn't useless. This Pokemon made webs out of his vines to catch the entire
Ooh, I
group,
like
giving
that
them one
animation
last
there.
opportunity to attack. The legendary birds were coming straight at them, and Green sent out her Blastoise and Blue sent out his Charizard. Sabrina was going in for a tri-attack, and these three kids were going...
Zap Molkuno? Zap Zap as in Zapdos, Mole as in Moltres, Kuno as in Articuno.
in combining all of their energy together for a final
all three
attack.
against all three.
And then Ivysaur evolved into a Venusaur.
Of course.
Charizard used Flamethrower, Blastoise used Hydro Pump, and Venusaur used Solar Beam. The kids screamed and the Pokemon...
It's almost like I remember how they do these manga at that time period.
Doing enough damage to split apart the birds and releasing them from Team Rocket's grip. Sabrina was defeated, but the building around them was collapsing. Red was really happy though that Articuno was free, and while the three kids were running away, in the distance Red noticed something. Giovanni was just watching them, laughing, and he walked away, but Red didn't have any time to pay any mind to him. The gang met up with Brock and Misty, and they were so happy that they freed Saffron City. Green was pretty sad that she didn't get to profit
Still naked. Still kind of naked.
off this entire operation, but Professor Oak was just laughing that all the kids are alright. Blue tells Red though that their job isn't finished yet and that he's going to challenge him at the Indigo League, which is a tournament that is about to take place. Very true, to figure out who is actually the best Pokemon trainer. Red agrees to this and heads off. Everything
Awesome stopping point. That was really great. I like how they went into the badges because that was a lore in the game. The gym badges allow you to control higher level Pokemon. Now all three of our main characters have the final evolution Pokemon. He already showed that Red is friends with Misty and Brock, so he can probably get new badges, and now he has those, and all he's missing is Sabrina's badge. Now, it's weird that they keep saying 7, because in the game there's 8, unless they're saying, like in the main game, Viridian is shut down most of the time. Maybe Viridian is shut down, so there's only 7 active in Kanto, and so you only are required 7 for the Indigo League. We'll see how that works out. Next time, we're going to do Red versus Mewtwo and Red versus Giovanni, because Red versus Mewtwo is kind of short. Giovanni's a little bit longer, but let me know what you guys think down below. Until next time, guys.